there, it's me again for another episode of Real Talk with Shalik. Well, technically, I'm gonna be honest, this is on the same day. I'm actually doing the recording again because as I was doing the recording, answering the question about do you need to have a degree to be a wedding planner, I also then thought about this other question I've been getting a lot, which I think a lot of times when people are starting out, this is one of the things that a lot of people ask, like, is this a lucrative job? Like, is wedding planning lucrative? Is this something that I should be doing? So if you haven't watched the video that I just recorded, literally just recorded, you should definitely go back and check that out. And that's talking about if you need a degree to be a wedding planner. But onto this video, again, for those who don't know me, my name is Shalae Bello. I have been a wedding planner for over 12 years, and I am someone who teaches wedding planning, and I have courses, and I mentor other wedding planners. So back to the question. So is wedding planning a lucrative business? Is it? Is it a lucrative business? So a lot of times people are coming into the idea of like, okay, I want to start out in a new career. I want to do something that I'm passionate about. But you know, at the end of the day, everybody wants to make money. Like, let's be honest, like passion is great, but like, look, is my passion gonna pay my bills? That's the question. But okay, so is it a lucrative business? I think this is a tricky one because I know that sometimes I get people ask this question because they're like, oh, maybe I should just jump ship and like leave my current job and just do this. But I always answer this question with caution. Wedding planning, yes, it is lucrative. However, if you are starting out or thinking about starting out as a wedding planner because of the prospect of it being lucrative and, you know, it being something that you can make a lot of money from it, then I definitely tell you to pump the brakes just a little bit. And the reason is because, you know, I know a lot of people who are successful wedding planners. I mean, I own a wedding planning business and I've gotten lots of success from it, and not just success in the terms of like, oh, viral stuff, but I actually make money from my business. Like, I actually make good money, thank God for that. So I know that it's something that will come and can happen for you if you're thinking about starting out as a wedding planner. But I also want you to be cautious about having this be a motivation. So I teach courses. I have courses for people who are thinking about starting as wedding planners and new wedding planners. And in my course, it's a 6-step process to help you start and become a wedding planner. And one thing that I say in the very, very first step is that you need to make sure that you know your why. Because if money is the motivation for you starting this business, then I'm always concerned about that. And the reason is because the money is good and you should have a plan to make money. No one, you know, passion or no passion. I'm passionate about serving people, but I need to make some money too, right? So yes, your passion is great. You should have a plan to make money. But if that is your only motivation, I am concerned that wedding planning might not be as fulfilling as you might want it to be. So you have to, I believe, this is my philosophy, you know, again, this is Real Talk with Shalae, so take it as I give it to you. But I believe that it's really important that wedding planning is a service-based business. So serving people has to be at the heart of what you do. You know, planning and having that basic gift of planning and organization has to be one of the things that is your driving force. And so if you have a clear sense of your why you're doing it, then it can help you get through all the seasons. Because if it's just money, there are some seasons that are going to be tough. There are some times where you get to work with clients that just make you, you know, think about your life, right? Clients that maybe stress you out. You know, wedding planning is an emotional, I always say it's emotional spending. It's an emotional time for everyone involved, the parents, the couples. And so you really have to have a heart to serve people in order to do this, because the money alone sometimes it's not worth it. Like, yes, you might get paid $10,000, but sometimes it's just, you just feel like, you know what, this money, if this was the only reason I was doing this, it's not worth the level of stress I'm getting. And so, but if you have other reasons that are motivating you, the money is then like, it's something that comes with it. It's something that's added on that makes it more gratifying, but it shouldn't be your motivation. So I do think this is a good good question to ask when you're thinking about getting into any career. If I want to, start a career as a stylist, I want to know, like, can I make money from this? Yes, I'm passionate about it, but I'm also passionate about other things. So I want to make sure that if I'm putting in time into this, I can make money. So it's a good question to ask, but I also want to caution you to also think and pause for a minute and ask yourself, is this my number one motivation, or is just one of the things that I'm motivated by, or that I hope to get from this business? So I hope it makes sense, the way that I've explained it. So yes, you will make money. And I don't want you to run this business and just like, oh yeah, I just do this for fun and for joy, because yes, those things are great, but you should also see the gratification from the work that you're putting in. You should also see a return on that investment of time and the effort that you're putting in, outside of the good feelings. Like, yes, at the end of the night, one of my greatest joys of being a wedding planner is just seeing the couple happy and dancing and just feeling like, yes, we've done this. That for me is icing on the cake. It's everything. It's the icing, it's the cake, it's the feeling, it's everything. But at the end of the day, that can't be the only reason. That's not the only thing that I'm hoping to get out of it. Of course, I've gotten paid, so I can smile watching them dance because I see that, okay, they're happy, and my motivation is to serve them. And so seeing that is the most important thing to me. But I also expect to be paid for the time and effort that I've put into working for them. So yes, you will make money from it, but you want to make sure that money is not your only motivation, and it's not the thing that's the top of mind. Yes, you want to make sure you create a business that can fulfill your needs in every way, your emotional needs, in a sense that you want to have a business that makes you happy and that you're able to serve people and all of that. But you also want to make sure that you have your financials right, which is one thing that I have found that a lot of planners, or people who are thinking about starting out, that's what I meant. People who are thinking about starting out never really think about, like, what is the financials? What does that look like, right? Because a lot of times, I know for myself, when I started out, I was just like pure passion. Like, let's just do this. I just want to make people happy. I just want to do this for people. But I never really thought about, how am I making money from this business? And it took me years to figure that out. It took me years to come up with my pricing formula, which I talk about in the course, the RAE method course that I referenced earlier. It took me years to figure that out. And so one of the wonderful things that I love about this course, and I tell planners who are taking it, I'm like, yes, you're new and you're starting out, but you're getting everything. You're getting like all the stuff in the beginning, so that you're able to make even more strides than I did when I started. And so I'm definitely going to come on here and talk a little bit about finances one of these days, because I think that that's such an important part of running a business. It's not just about doing the things on the front end of the business, as far as like, doing the site visits and all of that. But there's also such importance of you working on your business as much as it's important for you to work in your business. And so we'll talk about that another day. But for now, the answer to the question is yes, wedding planning is lucrative. It has its blessings, financial blessings and returns that come from it if you structure your business right, if you get your financials right. And but at the end of the day, don't let money be your only motivation, and keep the heart of serving people and organizing and helping them in one of the most important days of their lives as the forefront of what you do. And you would see that the returns that come with it will then be you having a successful business. A lot of the planners that I know that are really successful at this and really make good money, I'm talking 6 figures and above, are people that really do, like, serving people is at the heart of their business, and planning and organizing is at the heart of their business. So the money comes because they're so good at those other things. It's like, because you're so good at serving people and caring for the needs of your clients, then they refer you to other people, so then you get more money. And because you're so good at getting your stuff together, knowing how to plan, knowing how to organize, getting your, educating yourself and making sure that you have all the knowledge you need to serve your clients well, then in return, people are happy. You get happy clients and they refer you to other people. And that's how the cycle continues. And that's how you make more money. So if you focus on just like, I'm going to charge this, or I'm going to focus on making the money without necessarily focus on doing your job well, then at the end of the day, it's not going to come. But if you focus so much on doing your job well, have your financials, have your goals and your plans of how to make money, it will just automatically, it's almost like one of those things that's a domino effect. You do this part well and the other things come. If you don't do that part well, then the other things don't come. So I hope that makes sense. This was a long video, but I really think that this is one of those areas that a lot of people don't think about when they're starting out, and ask this question and make sure that you have a plan to be able to make money from the business, but at the same time serve your clients. All right, bye. I'll see you in another video.